Hello everyone, this is Professora Sidebottom. In this video, we will talk about the subjunctive in adjective clauses in Spanish. Let's start with a short review of the present subjunctive. In order to use the present subjunctive in Spanish, we must have a main clause and a subordinate clause. The main clause must have a verb or expression that triggers the present subjunctive, and the conjunction que must be present in order to connect the main clause to the subordinate clause. And here are two examples. No creo que los estudiantes vayan a la universidad cada día. I don't think the students go to the university each day. Es improbable que todas las personas hablen una lengua extranjera. It's improbable that all people speak a foreign language. For more detailed information about how to form the subjunctive with examples, please see my video called The Present Subjunctive in Spanish if you haven't done it already. In this video, we will concentrate on the subjunctive in adjective clauses. But first, let's see what is an adjective clause or adjectival clause. An adjectival clause is a clause that modifies or describes a noun just like an adjective would. And here are some examples. Busco a alguien que sepa cocinar bien. I'm looking for somebody who can cook well. Para este proyecto necesitas un libro que tenga imágenes de Madrid. For this project, you need a book that has images of Madrid. Necesitamos comprar una casa que tenga 2 pisos. We need to buy a house that has 2 floors. ¿Hay alguien aquí que sea médico? Is there someone here who is a doctor? Notice that in all of these clauses, the existence of the person or the thing sought is unknown, which is why we use the subjunctive in these adjective clauses. When we reviewed the use of the subjunctive at the beginning of this video, we mentioned the conjunction que that must be present in order to connect the main clause to the subordinate clause. Now, in the adjective clauses, the word que is a relative pronoun and not a conjunction anymore, as it is in the case of nominal clauses. Here is an example. Quiero ver una película divertida. I want to see a fun movie. This statement becomes quiero ver una película que sea divertida. I want to see a movie that will be fun. Notice how we replace the adjective divertida with the adjectival clause sea divertida. In this sentence, we use the subjunctive because of the antecedent una película. When you use the indefinite articles un, una, unos, unas, generally we refer to unknown or uncertain things or people. So the sentence or statement, I want to see a movie that will be fun, implies uncertainty, as I do not know that I will find a movie that is fun to me. And that's why we use the subjunctive instead of the indicative. Now we said the word que is now a relative pronoun. So let's see what a relative pronoun is. A relative pronoun refers to a noun from the main clause and introduces a subordinate clause like a relative clause. And in our example, the antecedent is the word película. Why? Because that is the word that's described here, una película que sea divertida. Here we have some more examples with the subjunctive and adjective clauses. Buscamos una secretaria que teclee bien. We are looking for a secretary who types well. Necesitamos una persona que sepa enseñar este idioma. We need a person who knows how to teach this language. Busco un hotel que sea cerca del centro de la ciudad. I'm looking for a hotel that is close to the city center. Yo no conozco a nadie que hable alemán. I don't know anyone who speaks German. ¿Hay algún empleado que entienda este nuevo programa de computación? Is there some employee who knows how to use this new computer program? Next, let's talk about the indicative in adjective clauses. When do we use the indicative in adjective clauses? We use the indicative when the adjectival clause refers to a person, thing, situation, idea whose existence is certain and it is clearly stated. Here are some examples. Necesitamos comprar la casa que tiene 2 pisos. We need to buy the house that has 2 floors. Yo quiero ver ese libro que tiene imágenes de Madrid. I want to see that book that has images of Madrid. Hay alguien aquí que es médico. There is somebody here who's a doctor. Vamos a ir a la tienda que vende pasteles mexicanos. We are going to go to the store that sells Mexican pastries. Tengo un videojuego nuevo que es muy interesante. I have a new video game that's very interesting. Notice that in all of these sentences, we have the use of the indicative because the existence of the person or thing that is sought is certain. We're using the definite article, el, la, los, las, the demonstrative adjective, or a verb like tener to express the certainty of the existence of that person or thing. As in the example, necesitamos comprar la casa que tiene 2 pisos. We need to buy the house that has 2 floors. When I say the house, I imply that we know which house. The same thing, I want to see, yo quiero ver ese libro que tiene imágenes de Madrid. I want to see that book. I know for sure which book. And it's the same in the case of the verb tener. Tengo un videojuego nuevo. I have a new video game. Of course, because I have it, I know it exists. In adjectival clauses, the verb I triggers the indicative when the clause is affirmative, as it implies existence and certainty. However, when we use it in the negative or in the interrogative, no I or I in the interrogative, it triggers the subjunctive. Verbs like tener, conocer, haber trigger the indicative when used in the affirmative form as they clearly state the existence of a thing, person, place, etc. And here are 3 examples. Tengo una amiga que habla muchas lenguas extranjeras. Conozco a un actor que es muy famoso. Hay una heladería que está cerca de nuestra casa. The same verbs trigger the subjunctive when used in the negative because the negative implies non-existence. No tengo ninguna amiga que hable muchas lenguas extranjeras. No conozco a ningún actor que sea famoso. No hay ninguna heladería que esté cerca de nuestra casa. The interrogative form of these verbs plus an indefinite word implies doubt about the existence of the antecedent. So it triggers the subjunctive as well. ¿Tienes alguna amiga que hable muchas lenguas extranjeras? ¿Conoces a algún actor que sea famoso? ¿Hay alguna heladería que esté cerca de su casa? Now, let's look into the subjunctive versus the indicative in adjective clauses by doing a fun exercise. First, let's see how a person would describe their ideal partner in a classified matchmaking ad. Busco a alguien que sea divertido, interesante y trabajador. Quiero que tenga una educación universitaria. Es importante que le guste viajar. No quiero que sea tacaño. Busco un hombre que no sea maleducado. In the ad, the subjunctive is used because the person that is writing the ad doesn't know if they will ever find the man they describe. Now let's see how a person would describe their existing partner or spouse. Mi esposo es un hombre divertido, interesante y trabajador. Tiene una educación universitaria. Le gusta viajar. No es tacaño para nada. No es maleducado. In this description, the indicative is used because the existence of the person they describe is certain, since he is their partner or spouse. Here is the subjunctive in adjective clauses in a nutshell. An adjectival clause is a clause that modifies or describes a noun just like an adjective would. The word que in adjective clauses is a relative pronoun and not a conjunction, as it is the case in the nominal clauses. When the existence of the person or thing sought is unknown, we use the subjunctive in the adjectival clause. Quiero leer un chiste que me haga reír. I want to read a joke that will make me laugh. Now, here we use the word haga, as in the subjunctive, because I don't know if I'm going to find a joke that will make me laugh. When the existence of the person or thing sought is known or certain, we use the indicative in the adjectival clause. Conozco a una mujer que es profesora de español. I know a woman who is a Spanish teacher. I know her, so she exists. Lo que is followed by the subjunctive when the English translation is whatever it might be. Escribiré lo que me digas. I will write whatever you tell me to write. The indicative is used if the antecedent is known by the speaker. Escribiré lo que me dijiste, as in I will write what you told me to write, so I already know it. Thank you for your attention. I hope this video helped you understand better the subjunctive in adjective clauses. If you would like to see more Spanish grammar videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our name is College Spanish. Hasta la próxima!